Alright, what's up guys? So today we're going to work on the Mustang again. We're going to start doing that wiring. Before I do that though, I need to go, first I need to eat because I haven't eaten yet. So I need to go do that. Then I also need to get like a battery box and some wires to relocate the battery, get some oil, like engine oil, coolant, all that type of stuff that I'm going to need to put in the engine just in case if like we end up accidentally cranking over the engine, it's not dry in there. Like it has some stuff. Like it's not ready to start yet, but just in case that happened. We don't like spend all this time working on the car so that it just blows up. So I'm gonna go do that right now. When I get back, I'll update you guys. Alright, so I'm back. I got the parts. I just had to put some work stuff on. So I mean, I'm probably not gonna get that dirty because it's just wiring, but you never know. Start putting some stuff. I'm really not excited to do this wiring. I really don't like wiring, but it has to get done, or else the car won't run. So it's not much fun. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish tying some stuff up in the engine bay. I have a couple cord or like plugs and stuff that I need to make sure go where. Coolant jugs all up, my maps plugged in, sensor and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I should probably start putting the front end on so I can mount the headlights to make sure which lights actually, like which plugs are for the lights and which ones aren't. But I also gotta reattach this harness to the interior harness, and then I think tomorrow I'll go get a battery box, put it right there, and then run the wire down here to the fuse box so we can get some power and start testing stuff, making sure all things are working. And then I gotta plug in the new gauges over there. I'm gonna put them in the center right there. But yeah, so I'm just gonna start cracking at it. Okay, so update. Front clip is on so I can mount the headlights. I don't know where that headlight is. I've been looking for it. I can't find it. So I'm sure it's here somewhere. I just gotta look for it. Did some wiring, wired up the fan. Just gotta make sure that that is working once I hook up the battery. Just connecting some connectors in. Same over here, connected the transmission harness to the rest of the harness. What else? Oh, that's a wire. I think I just realized what this is for. Alright, connected the windshield wiper motor in. Put these struts in the trunk. So if you don't know, these struts, it makes it harder to actually open the trunk. And the reason is because if you don't have these in, this just doesn't balance well. So a couple times when we were putting it on it, we had it open, it would just decide to drop. But now with the struts in, see, it doesn't actually want to drop. So that's good there. Connected up this tail light. I had to, so what I did is I cut this right there. This right here is a fuel cutoff switch. So what happens is in the SN95 is if you get hit in the back, this is supposed to pop up and then the fuel cuts off so that I guess it doesn't cause any fires or anything like that. The only issue is a couple times when I've wall tapped, this has come up and stopped me in the middle. Like once I hit the wall tap, I just have no power because there's no fuel and it just slowly dies. So and then I have to get out, and because this trunk doesn't have a trunk release, I had to go stick the key in, pop this back down, and I think at like the last event at Evergreen, I actually had to tape it down because it was to the point where every time I'd hit a big bump or wall tap, it would just pop up. So I took that out, connected the wire straight to here, wrapped it all up. I'm gonna just zap strap it away so that stops happening. Reconnected this outside wiring harness to the inside wiring harness, so that all this stuff works. The only thing I'm trying to find right now, which is being difficult and I don't know why, is the wiring harness. Oh, we also got, sorry, before we get into that, we also hooked up the alternator wiring harness. Goes bam to there, charges the battery. But yeah, the issue is, other than missing this headlight, is I need to figure out where the starter, I can't think of the word now, starter harness is and where it connects to in the car, because I don't know where that is. I remember taking it out, I just don't remember what happened to it. So I gotta find that, hook that up. It seems like all the sensors are plugged in. We have to hook up the ECU. Okay, so I'm gonna try and find that starter harness, or where it is on the other harness. If I can't, that means I'm gonna have to run some wires and hook it up myself. I'd rather not do that. I'd rather use the factory harness. But that's what happens when you think you're gonna go to an LS and you just put stuff somewhere and then realize, oh, you're not gonna do an LS and you gotta find everything because you don't plan for backups like that. So I'm gonna try and look for that. And then once that's in, or once the decision's made or something, then I'll update you guys. So catch y'all in a bit. Okay, so I found the harness. The harness is a lot bigger than I thought. If I was missing that, bad things would happen. I would have been like, why does the car didn't start? And it's because it's missing like 5 sensors. So while because I'm cleaning that up, I'm waiting for the stuff to clean it. I went and looked at my new gauges, and it comes with this bracket. Now I want to put this bracket in. So I'm looking at my dash, and it's square like this. So what I was thinking is cut it out like this size, and then cut a little bit more and fold it, because it has these drill points on the top of the mount. So when I bend it and put it in, this can sit on top, and I can put some self-tappers in the plate, and then bang, put it in there. And then I will have to drill out holes this size in the back of the plate so I can put the gauges in. Yeah, that's what I'm doing for that. I'm gonna wait for that to settle in so I can wash up that harness, and then I'm gonna start picking at it, because I don't need the power and the negative terminal, like the positive and negative terminal for the battery, because I'm gonna be relocating my battery back here behind this solid bar here. But I was thinking, because I'm always sitting here, maybe I'll put the battery on that side to kind of balance out the car a little bit. I know it doesn't make a huge difference, but you know, whatever stuff can help. Maybe put it there, run the wire along the back, up here, down the side, through the firewall, up around here, and onto my fuse panel. So that's the harness over there. I'm gonna wait for that to settle in, and then I'm going to clean it up, go through it, see what I need, what I don't need, and then plug her in. Okay, so this is the ground portion of that harness. So the only issue we're gonna have is that this plug here, right, because the battery was mounted in here, connects to this plug here. Now with this being in the back there, it won't work. So, but it looks like it's just a ground. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut it right here at its own ground and just ground it right here. So that solves that issue. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. Well, I don't have an extra one of these. Actually, cut this off here and cut it off there, because this is just the ground for, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it here, cut this one off, so that this is complete. Okay, so I took apart the harness. This is the engine block heater. We don't need that. I have some of the starter like wiring all hooked up, and some of the other wires. That ended up working out really well. The only thing is, so So this is where it connects to the battery. This is supposed to go to the fuse box, and then this goes straight to the starter. It got cut though, so we can't use this anymore. We'll just have it as a backup for something. So because this is too short anyways, so I can't run it. So when I go get some wire, we have to make from the battery to the fuse box and then to the starter. So I need to get all those things tomorrow, and basically we're gonna have this one be as go up to like the same length to the fuse. The ground just supposed to go to the body. But yeah, that's the plan there. Right now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to put the starter in, because I have the starter. I don't have the stuff to wire up the starter yet, but I might as well put it in so that it's in there, so that, you know, I can start mocking stuff up, getting the length right and everything like that. So I'm gonna do that, and then to install these aftermarket gauges, because you have to take out a couple of the sensors, so the car is gonna be not blah blah blah. So when I hook up the scan tool, it's gonna be saying, oh, it's low on oil pressure, or it's got no it's not reading any coolant temps, water temps and stuff like that. But it actually will, because it won't be going through the computer to show me up on the cluster. It'll just be showing me on the gauge. So it's a mechanical gauge, which is way better, because apparently on these SN95s, the oil pressure gauge is an on and off switch. So when you have it, when there's pressure, it's pressure. But if it starts getting hot, then instead of it saying like there's pressure, it'll just show off instead of low. So the whole time I thought I was running no oil pressure at idle. I actually wasn't, which is a pain, because I could have gone like driven harder, but I thought the engine was gonna blow. So this gauge will, because it's mechanical, it'll now show where like where the pressure is, and it'll go up and it'll go down, or go up and then cut off when it has no oil pressure. So I'll be able to see that, and it will be a lot better in the long run, so that it's more accurate. It'll show me numbers instead of just like from here to here type of thing, and it'll actually move. It won't just go pressure, no pressure. But yeah, so okay, I'm gonna start. I've been rambling the whole time. I'm gonna stop rambling, and I'm gonna put the starter in. Okay, so I can't put the starter in because I don't have the bolts. So man, I organized everything for the engine. Forgot to label the stuff for the starter. But nah, so that just means tomorrow I have to go get bolts for the starter. Just hit my downforce wing. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it here. It's getting kind of late. I think I'll go inside and start editing a little bit early. Yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna go get stuff for the battery so we can relocate it, we can wire stuff up, we can hook up the scan tool and start seeing what things it's picking up and where things aren't getting power and stuff like that. So hit that like button, press the subscribe button to follow what I'm doing on the channel, and I'm gonna see you guys tomorrow. Peace.